What do you do when you have an abundance of choices? Let's take, for example, you walk into a supermarket and you're wanting to go buy a bag of chips. There's no specific type that you want, but you do know you want chips. So you go to the chip aisle. There are a gazillion different types. You have your Doritos, you have your Sun Chips, you have your Lay's, you have your Cheetos, you have all of these different varieties and variations of what you want, the chip, but you don't know what flavor you want. Right? So it leads you to this spot where you are wanting something, but you're overwhelmed because of the variety of choices that are in front of you. And I think this is a position that some people get into in their lives, is that they know what they want. They have the big idea of what they want. As soon as they get into the actual, what should I do with it? What should it actually be? They hit a wall. And I feel like that's where I'm at in my life. A little bit of background on me. My name's Matthew. I'm a videographer and content creator online, and right now I'm trying to choose where I want to go and what I want to do. I have an abundance of options before me. I could be a filmmaker and create really stylized things, where I could also start my own content agency where I mass produce content for businesses and help them generate leads. I have the content creator route where I could create content for myself and maybe make an impact on some people's lives. And I think all of those options are great, but I'm having a very hard time choosing a specific one. And that's because when you have decisions in front of you and you're not making a commitment to them, that means that you're either, number one, you're probably scared of making that commitment. Number two, you are refusing to make a decision because you'd much rather just have the choices in front of you, that rather than choosing something and putting in the work to actually go do that thing. And I'm only telling you this because this is where I feel like I'm at. I have these choices and I'm scared to commit, because if I know I commit to something, then I have to be all in on it. And I'm also scared that when I do commit to it, that there's going to be an abundance of work that I have to do in order to reach that thing. And with that commitment comes the idea that I'm going to fail. And I'm human. I don't want to fail. I don't want to feel like but something that I'm learning in my life right now is that, number one, commitment and clarity definitively change everything about your life. When you commit to something and you are clear on what you want, it creates a very open path for you to know exactly where you're supposed to go. And for me, that's really hard, because I like these choices. I like sitting in indecision, because that indecision is a form of procrastination, and that procrastination is letting me stay in this sense of comfort and good feelings of boosting myself and my ego right now, but in the long term, it's going to detrimentally hurt me. The second thing that I'm trying to say is that when you ignore the feelings that you know you're supposed to feel, so those uncomfortable feelings, those things where you're like, I don't know, I don't know if I should do that. When you ignore those things and you fail to feel them, you're failing to experience reality. Your entire life is made up of decisions that are categorized in this way. You always have the choice to choose the hard right over the easy wrong. And humans, we love to take the easy wrong. We don't want to commit. We don't want to feel the feelings. And we want the easy way out. But when you choose the hard right and you clarify what you want for your life, it actually gets a lot less stressful. No way. And when you make the decision, that's when everything gets better. So right now I'm trying to make decisions in my life, and it's hard. But I know that when I do make that decision, everything will become more clear. Here's the decisions, and here's the first video that's going on this page. I don't know if any of that made sense. Day 1 of 30.